Um, no, not like he wouldn't actually like. He's not like saying stuff like, "Bitch, you did this." Like, no, it's nothing like that. Like he wasn't saying like, "Bitch, I'm hitting you because you did this." Like, nah, it wasn't ever nothing like that.
Okay, so Jay, okay, so now you can, okay, the third incident.
Yeah, so the third incident, I was actually on the phone with this girl that used to be in his family. And we were actually talking about a different situation that was going on. They were having some issues on the app or whatever. And I don't really remember why, like, me and Kutty ended up getting into it, but he basically wanted me to get off the phone with the girl because we was laying in the bed next to each other while I was on the
Mhm.
phone with her. And I wouldn't get off the phone with her. He started telling me, well, you need to go lay on the couch. Get the fuck out the bed. You need to go lay on the couch. So I wouldn't get out the bed. So then he starts kicking me in my back, like trying to like kick me out the bed and shit. He grabbed my phone and then he starts talking to the girl. I don't know if he ended up like hanging up on her. I can't remember specifics of what he said to her, but I didn't get my phone back. Like he actually kept my phone for the rest of that night. He wouldn't let me charge my phone or anything like that. And like the next morning was when we were going to the airport. So when I was at the airport, I was there with like a phone that was like half dead. Like, and I was actually there all day because of how the flights were booked.
Okay, so y'all in the bed, you on the phone. Do you think he react well no, because he obviously got on the phone with the girl, but you don't know what their conversation was, right?
I could hear the conversation because we were still right next to each other, but I don't recall verbatim like what was said. I don't remember what was said, and I just remember him hanging up the phone, and then he just cut my phone that night.
So was Cuddy doing a lot of drinking on this trip?
Cuddy always drink. Like I don't
So
know a
would you
time that Cuddy's
say,
sober.
okay, so let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. Would you say that Cuddy is a drunk?
Yeah, I would say Cuddy is definitely a drunk. I don't know a day that Cuddy may have gone without at least taking a sip of a bottle. Like, yeah, for sure. He's
Okay,
always
so
yeah, he's always drinking.
were there any drugs involved on this trip?
Not that I saw. I've never seen him do drugs.
Okay, so he done kicked you in the back, kicked you out the bed, basically. So you eventually sleep on the couch. So during this time, before y'all get on the plane, things like that, did he ever apologize? Like, did y'all even talk about the situation?
No, actually, he was supposed to fly back to Florida with me, but because so much had happened on that trip, he had ended up booking him a separate flight to go back to Georgia. So literally, like we got to the airport at like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, but I found out like once I got there that he had booked a separate flight. Like I didn't know that he had
Oh,
actually booked a separate flight. And so I had to figure out, okay, and his flight was on a completely different airline. So the way that he set it up was he had I don't know if it was an Uber or what it was that he got, but he like had them pull up to the airport. And the way the Vegas airport is set up is like it's different sides depending on which airline you take. So he
yeah,
had
he
them
probably
drop
went
us
to
off at
another
his
beach house
he had
and just chilling.
probably, yeah, I'm sure. He had them drop him off at his airline, and I'm thinking like we on the same airline. But once we walk into the airport, he was like, "Okay, this your flight information." And I looked at it, and I'm on a completely different airline, and I don't see that airline on the in the area that I'm in. So I walk up to one of the people. I'm like, "Hey, can you tell me where this is at?" Da 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 da. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to take an Uber to get to the other side of the where that airline was. So then I had to go over there and my flight was still it wasn't even that early in the morning. Like I was still sitting in the airport maybe for like 3 4 hours before my flight even left. And then I had a layover in California. So I was sitting in California all day. I didn't make it back to Florida till 1 o'clock in the morning the next day. So literally I was in the airport and then on airplane all day for like 24 hours almost.
Okay. Okay, so you would say that you were stranded, basically. He
No, I wouldn't say
damn
I was
near.
stranded because like I had money to get to like where I needed to go. Like it wasn't no big thing. So I won't say I was stranded, but it was just the fact that damn, like we came on this trip together, all this shit didn't happen. Like the least you could have did was, try to make it up in some way. Like we have to figure this shit out if this is a situation that we feel like, we're gonna try to fix or,
Mhm.
grow and like build towards. Like so why the fuck would you book another flight and not tell me until we get to the airport? And now I gotta figure this shit out myself. Like
Right.
it was just kind of like a bomb was dropped on me.
Okay, so now as I'm
Ooh,
going
child.
through these pictures, I want you to, if you can remember, tell us like where these bruises come from. Like what? Okay, so the first picture I'm going to show is a bruise on your leg. Okay, right
Yeah,
there. That bruise.
yeah.
Where it's
So
from.
I can't specifically tell you which bruise came from which fight because, like I said, there were three different, altercations that took place. That is on my leg, and he was on top of me, like during the first incident, when I was on FaceTime with Shorty, and he had hit me in my face or whatever, and then pushed me down on the bed and was on top of me. His legs were on top of my calves, so that bruise could have came from that specific fight. But I'm not really sure like what specific fight it would have came from. But that was the only time that he had contact with my legs during one of those fights.
Okay. Okay. So right here. This right here, a scratch. Let me blow this up. So you have a scratch and some little red marks around the scratch on your forearm, your arm,
Yeah. Mhm.
right? Okay, so let me ask you, when did you take the pictures like every time after the abuse? Or
No,
like
I
was
took
you
all
in
of those
jail?
pictures. No, I took all of those pictures on the same day after I had already like left. Like it was after the Vegas trip. So some of them were taken in the airport, some of them were taken on the airplane, and then some of them were taken once I got back home and I started noticing bruises started showing up on me.
So
So I think that
these
first
were
picture you
so all of these bruises were during this trip.
correct. That's why I said I don't know what specific incident like out of the three incidents I can't tell you what bruise came from what
Which
incident. Like I don't know. I just took all the
but they
pictures
came
after the
from
trip.
the but they did come from the Vegas trip.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So right here, you have one, two, three. Okay. And can y'all please give the panel? Because I see a lot of opinions in the comments, but I don't see any gifts. Respectfully. Okay, so right here, you have one, two, I think three right there, bruises, and this one right here. If y'all can see them, I don't know. Let me see.
Jay, did he hit you in the face or slap you in your face?
You can see
He
it.
did, but I didn't have any like marks on my face. Like my face was just sore, but I didn't have any like knots or anything on my face.
Okay, so this next picture is your nails.
Yeah, so I had just got all my nails done for that Vegas trip. I don't know if there's a picture that I could send you of what my nails look like, but he actually broke off all
Right.
of my nails during one of those fights.
Wow. Look at that.
And I ended up
And
just
I'm gonna
pulling the
tell
rest
you
off.
something. That shit, listen, y'all know I wear long nails.
Mm-mm.
That shit hurts. Okay? It's a lot of women. Okay, so it's a lot of women in the comments in here that wear nails. And when you accidentally break one, just think of accidentally breaking one and then somebody purposely takes your damn finger and pulls it back to break it.
Mm-mm.
Y'all, that is the worst pain ever. Okay? That shit hurts. That's the worst pain ever. Like, for real. That shit hurt. And it take forever for your nails to grow back, especially if a whole nail comes off. The full nail comes off. It take forever. Okay, yeah, so you sent so right here I see like the bruising right here.
Yeah.
Little, yeah.
And I ended up, because obviously when a nail breaks, it doesn't break all the way off. So I
Let
ended
me
up,
go the
you
other
know, like
one.
taking the rest off. But
Right there.
yeah,
Oh, that one broke to the quick. That I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurts. Hurts. Okay, so I guess this is I don't know where this is. Some
let me see
bruising.
it.
Like I think this up under your right here.
Arm. Yeah.
Yeah, up under your arm. Some bruising right there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, while Eb is showing the pictures, I'm gonna take this moment. Like domestic violence is
Hmm.
poor. It's just a piss poor event for a woman to hit a man or a man to hit a woman. It's just
In
bad on all.
between the thighs. That's in between your
It's
thigh.
bad. And
And
women or
this
men,
is
when you find yourself in predicaments like that, y'all got to speak up. Y'all got to say something. Luckily, she made it home from Vegas.
yeah.
Luckily, she made it home because she basically was a punching bag for the whole weekend. He just thought it would be cool to punch her around and kick her around.
Scratch, punch, scratch, kick. Okay, so right here, I don't see. I think it looked like your leg swollen
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
something.
My leg was swollen. Yep.
So
It's
But
how
hard to
did
tell
your
it.
you,
leg
but
get swollen? How did that
but
happen?
Jay,
Cause see,
Like I
I
what I'm
said,
get
that could
it.
have been
seeing.
from when he was on top of me, cause he had his legs like on top of my calves. So that could have just been from the pressure of him being on top of me. Like I'm not sure.
Go
But the
ahead, Imp.
fact that she did identify that this was wrong, so shouts out to Jade for at least taking photos to document this. At least you took photos to document this.
She didn't
You know,
take pictures there. Baby, let me stop reading these comments. Y'all, get them disrespectful comments up out of here. Mute them. Mute them. Okay, so y'all probably wasn't here when I first started. So discretion is advised. Listen to what I'm about to tell y'all. Everybody has their own opinion, okay? But we are not going to disrespect Jade. We're not going to make her look stupid for coming up here telling her story, okay? We're not going to do that. Like, she didn't come up here for her to be judged because it really takes a lot. Like, that's really brave for her to even come up here and tell us all of this and actually let us see the damn pictures. Like, we just don't get to hear it. We actually can see it. So it's not like he can say, oh no, I didn't do this, da da da. Like, we actually get to see it. So all of that disrespect for all that different them disrespectful comments, please chill out. Please. Cause if you ask me, she doing some brave ass shit right now.
absolutely.
Like that's brave.
And can you
So
imagine,
a
Eb,
lot of
how
y'all
many
like, well,
women?
why she didn't file charges? Why she didn't do it? For the same reason why a lot of women don't. Like we're not gonna act like Jade, the only woman in the world that hasn't called the police after domestic violence. Okay, after abuse has occurred. Like we're not gonna act like that. Some of y'all in the comments are still dealing with this shit right now. The difference is we don't know y'all. So let's not act all high and mighty.
I damn
Because
sure didn't
that's
call
where
the
she
police my
chose
first
to
time.
tell her story.
I definitely didn't call the police my first time, nor the second, nor the third.
Hell, I done been knocked before in a relationship and never
Mm-hmm.
called the police.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Come on, stop. Y'all need to stop. Stop acting like y'all ain't never been through, like y'all ain't never played the fool for somebody. That's the part I'm not understanding. Okay, so we're gonna let Jade tell her truth. This is Jade's truth. Okay, whether y'all like it or not. If you don't like what's going on, or if you don't like what's being said, it's not hard to hit the X button. I promise. I won't even recognize you left. I'm pretty sure none of us on the panel will.
Mm-mm.
I'm just saying.
And Jade is a host, you guys. Jade is a host, and she is telling her story. She is a
Right.
host.
So can
So,
we please give the panel?
I'm not a host.
No,
oh,
she's not a host on
that's
this
right. You're
page right
not. You're a
here.
gifter. Sorry.
She a gifter.
That's right. I forgot. Look at that. Now,
Mm.
so Jade, so I'm gonna say you guys dated. If it was from November to now, you guys dated about a year, and you would say about 3 months, like a year to 3 months.
It's the dated word. I mean, but I guess if that's what
Well,
we're
let's
calling
stop.
it.
Okay, hold on, Jade. So we definitely gonna get into what took place because I know that's off limits. But Jade,
Yes.
you, Jade.
Yes, Empress.
Okay, my love.
So can I ask the question then? Okay, so Jade, the the incident or whatever, like, can you tell us, is there a specific reason why you don't want to, you know, talk about that? Well, you know what I'm talking about, though.
I just feel like that's mediocre to everything else. Um, that's not like important.
So you don't
Okay.
think that that's a part of it? Like, you don't think that that situation right there plays a part?
Nah, like I don't want to speak on none of that.
Even though Kutty was involved. Okay, so can we talk around it, like about the actions that he took during that?
If y'all want to comment on it, y'all can, but I'm not gonna speak on that at all. Like I don't want to talk about that.
All right. So how about this, Eb? I'm just gonna ask her. You know, they dated or was in a relationship for over a year. We'll stay on the relationship.
Two.
So
It
you
was
you
2 years,
2 years.
not just one, two.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like
It's
one.
from
Like
November 2020, so this
1 year, three
year,
months. One
November
year, 4 months.
2020.
1 year, 1 year,
Yeah.
3 months. Something
Oh,
like
okay. Well, she said two. She told me two. So,
that. So I was gonna ask, did you ever did you ever get pregnant from him or anything like that? That's I was gonna ask that.
Not confirmed, no.
So was there a miscarriage? What do you mean not confirmed?
Um, yeah, like I believe like there was a miscarriage, however, I never actually like went and confirmed it. Like I
So
never
did you have
actually went to a hospital or anything like that.
so you had heavy bleeding or something like that?
Yes,
So you think you may have had a miscarriage.
correct.
Gotcha. Did you share that with him?
Yes.
Okay. What was his reaction?
He didn't really have a reaction.
Jay, Jesus. So I have another question. Did you ever contract any type of STD or anything?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So Jay, you having a miscarriage, you feel as though you're bleeding heavily, and you feel these pains or contractions. You tell a man that you feel as though it's the baby's father, and he doesn't say, "I'm coming," "Are you okay?" He doesn't say nothing. He don't give you no reaction.
No, because really, like, I never went to the hospital to confirm what it was. Like, it could have been many different things. Like, it could have been cysts. It could have been like a various of different things. So since it was never confirmed that it could have been a miscarriage, like it was just something I made him aware of, like, hey, and I even sent him the picture of me, bleeding, how heavy the bleeding was. Um, I was just letting him know, like, what was going on. But I never actually took the steps to go to the hospital to figure out what it actually was at the time. And after the bleeding stopped, and I was like cramping and things like that. And after that stopped, like after maybe like 4 days,
Mm.
um, like I just didn't really like think anything else of it.
You took pictures and
I
stuff
kind of
of
felt
it?
like if it was, I took pictures of the blood, yeah,
Mm. Did
Mm.
he treat you different after that?
huh?
Did he treat you different after that?
No, I mean this was recent, so like this happened maybe like in March of this year.
Oh,
Oh. So when was the last time you and Kutty actually stopped having sex? When was the last time y'all had sex?
The end of April.
oh.
So y'all just stopped.
Yes,
Not even a month ago.
correct.
Mm. Okay, so can you tell us? Okay, so Jay, even with all of this that has happened with you and him within this short amount of time, because a year and something, that's short to me, especially with the abuse being in it. Like that's short for somebody to start abusing you within a damn year of something that you met on an app. So even with all of that, what made you want to have sex with Kutty in April? Like, what made you like?
It's just
Because you said that
honestly,
you had, didn't you block him and things
mhm.
like that?
Yeah, he still would be blocked. Even when I would, go see him and link up with him, we would go to the club, whatever, he would still be blocked.
Okay,
It's
so
just to answer your
Okay.
first question, Eb, like people get used to situations, and I feel like even though I know, like I'm not a dumb girl, like I'm smart enough to know like this man was definitely using me as a paymaster. Like I definitely did the most by cashing out on him, running him up on Bigo. Like I should have never been put in that position. I should have never put myself in that position and allowed somebody to manipulate me like that. I take full responsibility of that. I'm not a dumb person, but it's like you know I just I
Now,
don't know. I'm high. I just forgot where I was going with that.
now, Ed, before we switch gears real quick, I just have one more question.
go ahead.
Was this, I mean, was it mind control? Did you just like him? Was the sex even any good? Like, why did you stay?
I think he was just like he became like my friend. Like he made himself seem like somebody that I could trust. Um, like I don't know. Like, and it's hard to explain because like I just feel so stupid. Like looking back, like how can you trust somebody that exposed you? How could you trust somebody like that did all this shit to you? Like I just feel so dumb about it. Um, but I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't have an
Uh,
answer.
okay, so it sounds like to me. So I know a lot of y'all know what Stockholm syndrome is. Okay, and that's what this basically is. Like, I'm not a doctor, of course not. You know, I'm not a doctor, but I know how to read. Okay, I know how to read. All righty. And that's what that sounds like to me, Stockholm syndrome. Okay, where the person that's being abused, no matter what, no matter what the abuser does to them, that hey, it don't matter. They still will be in that situation. Okay, where they love their abuser no matter what it is, no matter what they do to them, anything like that. So Can we please look up Stockholm syndrome, since it's a
Hmm.
troll in the comments that said that's not Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
Can
that
we please
definitely
get
is.
some of the, yeah.
Okay, we're looking it up right now. All right. Basically, it's feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim toward a captor. So that's just an example when it comes to kidnapping. But it's the same
That's
example if a
examples.
man is abusing a woman and she is still affectionate and she still trusts him. He's
Hmm.
beating her, abusing her, but she's still trusting him and still affectionate toward him.
Exactly. Exactly. That's just in a kidnapping situation. It's
But
the same
like Deb
thing.
says, it
Same
applies
thing.
to this abuse right here. It applies. Hmm.
Same thing. So I really think that's what she was going through. That's what I really feel like that's what she was going through.
And it's
It's
psychological, guys. It's in the mind. Even though he's beating
hmm
her body, she feels the pain, but in her mind, it's okay. It's gonna get better. I love him. I trust him. That's
hmm
just what's going through. It had to be for her to stay like that. For somebody to
like
call you
they
bitches,
fall out.
hoes, yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Em.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying somebody to call you bitches, hoes, slap you, smack you, take all your money, drain you. Don't I mean? And
Hmm.
you still there, and you cool with it, and you still kind of protecting him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I feel as though if nothing recently didn't transpire, we wouldn't even be here right now exposing his story. She'll still be riding that wave.
Wave. Yeah. Because look, they fall out with their friends and everything over their your friend can tell you, like, girl, he treating you bad, he doing you wrong, he, all this and that. And even though they see it, they know that this shit is wrong.
Hmm.
They just still like, I love him, no. I love him. It's sort of like thinking with your heart and not with your mind,
Yeah. Battered women
basically.
syndrome. Yeah, she's a battered
Yeah,
woman.
like
Battered woman
battle women
syndrome.
syndrome. Yeah, like that. So look, somebody in the comments said 16 years before she got away from hers.
Mm.
Another lady said 7 years before she got away from hers. So it's women in these comments right now that's actually going through this as we speak.
years, 7 years, 18
As
years,
we
4 years,
speak.
12
Look,
years.
12 years, 5.
Jesus,
Like,
7, 14. Jesus. Bless
it's,
y'all. Three
mm,
concussions. Jesus.
wow.
11
So
years.
that's what
Ooh.
I'm saying. Like, really, Jade, don't
King B
beat
Green says
yourself
she going
up.
through it right now, Eb. She going through it right now.
I, it's a supporter of mine that's going through it right now. Right now. I think I got two of them.
Jesus.
So trust
And
me,
Big G
I
said her daughter
understand.
did not make it out.
Yeah. And
Her daughter didn't
sometimes
even make it
women
out.
do not make it out these situations. They don't. They don't. Like, to me, like, this right here is something serious. Like, this is not a mockery. Like, this is not funny. This is not, like, pointing the finger like, oh, you stupid, you dumb, you da da da. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn.
Mm, 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 mm.
Like, girl, like, it's like sometimes when you encounter women like this, like, you want to shake them, grab them. Like, girl, if you don't wake your ass up.
Mm. And they won't wake up sometime that easy. Mm-mm.
And sometimes it's too
Mm-mm.
late.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Mm-mm.
And you know what, Imp, a lot of times it's women that's having problems with their family, a lot of women that have financial problems. I feel like these men like predators. like a predator. Like,
Hmm.
whether y'all believe it or not, men can tell the state of mind of some women. Like, if they can get
Absolutely.
away with certain shit, okay? If they can get away with certain things, if you let them get away with one thing, oh baby, you know how niggas take, well, give it an inch, go a mile. It's like
It
they
be
they go after more vulnerable women.
right. It be that first interaction, L. It be that first interaction
Like
when they
her
whap
meeting
us.
him that first day, him jumping in her inbox, and her actually going out with him that first day. I know he said, "Got me one." I know it. Her dropping the badge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the manipulation, like, oh, it's so easy to manipulate her. Like, oh, yeah, I got, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. I don't get no kick out of
Like
female.
her being
I
okay with
feel it.
him dealing with
Mm-mm.
other women in front of her. Like,
Listen, I
yeah,
can. You know what this smile is on my face? I survived, baby. I got the hell out, honey.
right. You can only imagine. Like, you can
This
just,
smile here is a smile of I can
like,
relate,
ooh,
baby.
girl.
You ain't telling me
Okay.
nothing, honey.
Okay. So, Jay, okay. So there was a incident where you were put out of Cuddy's house. You went out there to visit Kutty, and
Mhm.
something happened, and you were put out.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so basically I had drove out there to see him. And during the time I was out there, my battery died in my car, so I asked him to take it to AutoZone, get it recharged for me. I had a foreign vehicle, so when he tried to put the battery back in, I guess he put it in backwards and it completely just shut out my electrical system in my car. So it wouldn't turn on, it wouldn't drive, like it wouldn't move, it didn't do nothing. So I had to get it towed to Volkswagen. He let me know, he would give me the money to get it fixed or whatever. Ended up being like $800 to get it fixed. While my
Because he
car
messed
was,
up your car. Like,
yes,
let's
correct.
just, he messed it up.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So while my car was at Volkswagen, because I had got it towed there, while it was at Volkswagen, I was, still staying at his house. He had came back home from work one day, and basically he was mad that I didn't take the trash out. And I was explaining to him, like, my daughter was eating. When she was done eating, I was going to throw the trash in the trash can. Like, I don't want to take the trash out and, put a new bag and just to put trash in it. Like, let's just wait and then I'm going to clean up and, take the trash out, whatever. The dishes had already been done. The floor had already been mopped. Like, the house was clean. It was just the trash wasn't taken out. And I don't know if he was drunk or whatever, but he was like just making a big deal about it and like trying to pick fights with me about the fact that I hadn't taken the trash out. Like he just started like going off, like, disrespecting me, calling me bitches and all this stuff. But, we were inside his house. So of course my daughter could hear him and his daughter could hear, what was being said. So then we go outside and, we start talking outside, talking outside. He starts telling me, well, you're disrespecting me and you need to get out my house. And I don't know what you're going to do, but you need to get out now. So I'm like, okay. So I go back inside. Immediately, I go on my phone. I'm about to, get me an Uber. And as I'm looking on my phone to get me an Uber, he starts grabbing all of my bags and my daughter's bags and starts throwing them out like in the driveway. And it's like a side door, like he doesn't go in from the front door. So like his driveway is right here by the side door. So when he walks through, he's like throwing them out that side door into the driveway. And so I'm like, okay, like I don't even know how to react to this. Like all I can do is get my child and just wait for you to, finish throwing my shit outside. Like I don't even know what the fuck to do. So I'm telling my daughter, like, let's go outside because like I don't know what else he's going to do at this point. Like he's throwing all of our stuff and it just surprised me that he was throwing my daughter's stuff as well. Like, I don't know. It was just crazy to me. So I'm standing outside in the driveway. I, booked the Uber or whatever. He's telling me, "Oh, you need to get out my driveway. You can't stand here. If you're finding you a ride, you need to get the fuck out my driveway. Go down the street or something." Da 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 da. So I start, grabbing all our stuff. I have my daughter pick up some of her stuff or whatever, and I get the Uber. I'm standing on the corner, like a little bit down the street from his house, like a street over maybe, and he pulls up like in his truck and starts like antagonizing me. Like he gets out the truck and starts recording me, and oh yeah, this what they want to see right here, this what they want to see. Like me and my daughter standing on the corner waiting for an Uber because you just put us out. Like like that shit. I'm sorry.
Jade. Mm-mm-mm.
Admins, cause I only see two admins. How many admins in here?
Jesus, y'all.
Is Brownie in here? Cause I thought she was in here.
I know this girl was crying at night. If she's
So
crying now,
can the admins please, like, what's
she reliving that moment. To be put out on the street in the dark with your damn child, that ain't no joke. That's sad and scary. This girl ain't have no damn where to go. Her car was busted, and she's 6 hours from home, in the damn out on the street with her daughter, and throwing their stuff, bags and
it was
plastic
raining
bags,
too. It was
rain,
raining.
garbage bags. This ain't no damn joke. This girl reliving pain. Then he takes out his phone and records it, cause
Oh, that's
later he
not
needs
the
to play
worst
it back.
of it, Imp. That's not, it's not over. That's not over.
This is
We're
stupid.
gonna let her get herself together so she can finish the
Yeah,
rest
y'all
of
in the
it.
comments, this ain't no act. This girl reliving pain. It's one thing for a man to throw you on the street, but when you got your child with you,
Yeah,
that's
with
a
you.
different ball game.
Yeah.
And especially if your baby don't understand the street life, your baby don't know being thrown out, her clothes being thrown in the street. This
Hold
man
on.
calling my mama bitches and hoes and throwing us on
Hold
the
on,
street.
Imp. Hold on, Imp. Hold on. Let her get it together.
This is horrible. This is so sad. So sad.
Okay.
Breathe, baby. Take a deep breath.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna say something to
So
Eb. You know what I'm thinking, Eb, real quick. I'm wondering did he put her ass out because he didn't want to help pay for that car? Like get
What
you
you
know what I'm
mean?
saying?
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah, yeah. That yeah. Start a whole commotion, a whole scene, all of that. A whole commotion, a whole fucking scene. Just to keep him from paying. That's what that was.
Jesus. This poor child and her baby.
so basically, so he's like recording or whatever, and I grabbed his phone and I like threw his phone in the middle of the street because I'm like, like you're not finna, like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're putting me on live. I don't know if you're recording a video. I just know you got your phone up to me like, yeah, this is what you want to see, like, you know. So once I threw his phone, he like grabs my purse. He broke the straps off my purse. He tries to grab my daughter iPad, and I start yelling at him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, you really finna involve my daughter? Like, you
He
really about
snatched
to
her
involve my
baby.
daughter in this?
Oh, this is so sad. Girl, you couldn't even protect your baby, girl. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Mm-mm.
So then, We just going back and forth. I also had on one of his t-shirts. It was like an Adidas t-shirt that I had on of his. And he was telling me like, "Oh, that t-shirt is sentimental. Like you got to take that shirt off. Like you need to take that shirt off." And so he actually made me like change my shirt like in the middle of the road. Like he made me take the shirt off. And then once I put my actual shirt on and handed him his Adidas shirt, he threw the Adidas shirt in the middle of the street. So it was like you didn't even like want the shirt. Like you just wanted to degrade me for real. Like you just wanted to embarrass me. Like
Mm-hmm.
like it was just so much. So, like we going back and forth for I don't even know how long, but basically once the Uber pulls up, it was like, this Haitian guy, and he sees us like arguing, and Kutty starts telling the Uber guy like, "Nah, she's not getting in. She's not getting in. Like he's not letting me like, leave with the Uber." So the Uber tells me like, "Well, I'm just gonna have to cancel this trip because I guess he didn't. I'm assuming he didn't want to be involved in whatever was going on because
Oh,
Cuddy's yelling at him and telling him that I can't get in and I can't leave and all this shit." So the Uber left, and I'm like literally sitting out there crying, like what am I finna do? Like I'm stranded because of you, like. And honestly, when I get in the Uber, like, where am I about to go? like, like, like this shit is just crazy. So I try to like walk away, like I start like trying to walk down the street like fast from him with my daughter, and he got back in his truck and he starts like following me down the street. And I guess he had like a cup. I'm assuming it was a cup of alcohol, but it was a cup of something, some type of liquid, and he threw it on my back. Like when me and my daughter was walking, he threw it on us. Um, so then I tried to like, you know, start walking the opposite direction so that he's not able to, follow me. Like he would have to turn his truck around.
mm-mm.
So I start walking the opposite direction, and immediately when I start walking in the opposite direction, this lady stops because it's raining outside, and she's like, "Do you need a ride?" And I'm like, "Yes, please." I'm like crying. I'm like, "Yes, please." Like I need a ride, like somewhere. I need to, I need to get out of here. So I get in the back of her truck or whatever, and at some point he gets behind us and starts following us. So we get on the highway, and I just tell the lady, I'm like, just take me to Applebee's. But I can see him following us like this whole time, and like he starts like getting close to her bumper and like trying to run her off the
Oh,
road. Mind you, it's still raining outside, and I have my daughter with me. And this is a complete stranger who offered, me a ride,
Can
who
y'all let her
I've now
finish
put in
telling the
danger.
story? Before y'all start that asking all of them questions about the police and all of that, judging her and shit, let her finish telling the story. She not finished. She gonna get there.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So
Jay.
the lady starts telling me, well, does he have his gun? Like, does he have a gun? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. Like, I know he has a gun, but I don't know him to ever carry it with him. Like, the only time I ever see his gun is, at home when he's at his house. Um, so
Cause
I'm like,
Jay, there was
on
an incident about that too, right? We can get to that afterwards.
right.
Right.
So
Go ahead.
I'm telling her like I don't really know, whether he has it with him. I don't know him to carry it with him or whatever. And she's like, well, I think, we need to go ahead and call the police because like I can't keep driving. Like basically, like initially I had told her to take me to Applebee's, but once he continued to follow us after so long, it was just kind of like, we just kept driving. Like we wasn't finna stop nowhere. And so she tells me to call the police. I call the police as we're driving. They're asking me, what's the nearest exit that we're approaching. So we tell them to exit or whatever. They tell us to, go ahead and get off. And then they let us know that because there was like a Kroger, like maybe like a minute or so, like right as you get off the exit. So the person that we were on the phone with, they were like, we have a police station, we have an officer stationed at that Kroger. Just go ahead and go to that Kroger parking lot, and we'll have the officer meet you in the Kroger parking lot. So we drive over to the Kroger parking lot. Cuddy's still following behind us. We meet the officers. It's actually another vehicle, another police vehicle that pulls up. So there's actually two police cars out there. And Cuddy get us out the car. I stay in the lady's truck the entire time. So he immediately gets out his truck and he's talking to the officers, basically telling them how I broke his phone, and he's following us because he wants to get his money back for his phone and all of this stuff, whatever. So of course the police, come and question me about it. And, I'm like, I'm telling them the situation. Like, I'm here from out of town, and this is what has happened. This man just put me and my daughter out of his house, and he's following us down the road. I did deny that I broke his phone to the officers because I didn't know, whatever, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm like, like, I just. I just needed to get out of this situation. Like, I didn't know
Like
what to
that was
do.
irrelevant. The officers asking you about a broken fucking girl, that's irrelevant. Like, so
I
I would have
agree.
lied to their asses too. What the fuck? I'm telling you that this
Yeah.
nigga running this. Did you tell them that he tried to run y'all off the road?
Well, yeah, me and the lady, because they also talked to whoever the
And a
lady
baby.
was that was driving. Yeah,
Right.
they talked to her as well. So we let them know everything that was going on. But they were basically like, well, it's a he say, she say, situation. Do you guys want to do a
Mhm.
report and all of this?
Mhm.
And he did take
But
my driver's
why? And she
license.
had a witness. See, that's the thing. She had a witness. So it's really not a he say, she say situation. She had a witness.
Yep.
Somebody that can verify her story, a fucking total stranger.
Yep. Mm-mm-mm.
So basically, after we end up talking to the officers or whatever, we decide, we didn't do a police report. Like nobody was, gonna do anything. The officers let us know, hey, we're gonna hold him back. Y'all go ahead and leave. That way, he's not able to follow you. And so we leave, and the lady takes me maybe like to like another Applebee's that was probably like, I don't know, 10 minutes down the street or whatever, just so I could charge my phone and figure out like where I was, gonna book a hotel to, or where me and my daughter was gonna sleep that night, you know. Um, so yeah.
Right. I feel like this. This how I feel. I ain't gonna lie, Cuddy, you a weak ass nigga. Like that's some weak ass, puss ass bullshit. All because your
Sorry.
broke ass didn't wanna fucking help pay for some shit that you fucking broke. Because that's all it was, bitch. Your pockets was on E. That's what the fuck it was. He did not want to help her get that fucking car fixed because his stupid ass put the shit in the wrong fucking way. That's what that was. Instead of him being a real motherfucking man, knowing he not a mechanic, instead of him saying, "No, hold on, wait a minute. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You don't know what the fuck you doing. Let's go to a fucking mechanic shop. Like, let's try to find, even if he had to find a shade tree mechanic. I know y'all know what shade tree mechanic is. If you don't know what that is, that's somebody that work not at a shop. Okay? Not at a shop. That's what a shade tree mechanic is. But he could have found somebody to put the fucking battery in, his homeboy, somebody,
And
instead of
not
him
only
trying
that,
to do the
L,
shit himself.
and not only that, okay, so you broke, your ass don't want to pay for this car, but this girl daughter in the rain, a whole innocent baby, a whole child, threw that girl shit out in the rain on the ground, and then tormented them for the rest of the night.
Basically, on some weird ass, freaky ass shit. Like, nigga, you put her out the house. What the fuck you following her for? What are we following? Why is you doing that? Let her go. You can't say you was worried about her because you wouldn't have put her out while it was fucking raining. Like you antagonizing somebody. Like what the fuck? Okay, and Jade, even with all of that, what did you do once that was over with? Once you got away from him, because I'm assuming the police leave, did nobody go to jail? Okay,
Yeah. So
right.
I ended up, finding a place for me and my daughter to stay. Stayed there for a few days till I got my car back. Once I got my car back, we drove back to Florida. I want to say maybe like the day after we got back to Florida, he had actually reached out to me. But before he ended up reaching out to me, I had actually like found out about him actually not being not, I wouldn't say separated from his wife, but
Wait,
actually
so how
like
did you
still.
get your car fit? How did the battery? What happened with the battery? How did
I had got
policy
it towed to
pull out a car?
Volkswagen. I got it towed to Volkswagen. They fixed it for me. It took maybe like 2 or 3 days. They fixed it for me, and then I Ubered to Volkswagen, went and got it the next morning, drove back to Florida.
Okay,
But I
so
paid for
hold
that.
on,
I
Jay,
paid
because
for it. He never gave me no
She
money
paid.
for
She
it.
paid for it. She paid for it.
okay, so Jay, question. Okay, so all of this has occurred, right?
Hmm.
So did you end up moving out there before it got that bad?
No, this was after the fact.
So you ended up moving like after all of this. So when did you actually move out there? Because you ended up moving out
Um,
there.
yeah, that was in like November 2021, a few months ago.
Okay, so
So y'all been talking for a year and you move out there. So
Correct.
once you're living out there or whatever, then that's when the situation happened with him putting y'all out, right? Or no?
No, 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 no. That situation happened before I moved out here.
Okay. So before you moved out there, that's when that situation happened. Okay, so after that, obviously you stopped talking to him, right? After that situation happened, right?
Well, he reached out to me maybe like the day after I got back to Florida, because
Mm.
obviously once my car got fixed, the next morning I drove to Florida, um, back to my house, and he had reached out to me maybe like the next day. Um, I don't recall him like apologizing or anything like that. I think we mainly just kind of argued. He still kind of felt like he was kind of trying to place blame on me, saying that I disrespected his house, but I still didn't understand how I disrespected his house. Like the only thing I didn't do was take out the trash, and then when you started yelling at me about it, of course I'm gonna raise my voice and yell back at you. And you're saying I'm disrespecting your daughter by yelling in your house, but I mean I'm gonna match your energy. So that's just what took place. But he called that disrespect. So it was basically like an argument. Like he's was standing his ground. Like he felt like I disrespected him, and like it was never no apology after that.
Okay, so once he didn't apologize, how did you end up back dealing with him and moving out there? First of all, what made you even move out there?
So I don't remember how I ended up like back dealing with him specifically. Like it kind of became a thing where like we would get into it over something serious, and then we would just start talking again. Like it just became a cycle. So like even though that situation happened, I don't remember what he did to fix the situation, but we ended up talking again and ended up seeing each other again. And then I moved out here in November. But there's a confusion on here that people are saying I moved in with Kutty. I've never lived with Kutty. I just want to be clear on that. I was never living with Kutty.
Hmm.
Um, so just
Okay,
wanted to make that
so
clear.
Okay, so why did you choose to move to Atlanta?
Um, I mean, I guess, just to be closer to him, I guess. Like that's
Okay.
just what it
Now,
was.
Right.
did you tell him that? Did he agree upon that? Did he tell you to do that?
I mean, honestly, he had asked me several times to move out here previously. Like during the times that we had been talking and I had been staying in Florida, we had had several conversations about me moving out here. He had me convinced, like, sometimes, like, he wanted me to move in with him and all this stuff. But obviously, once that situation happened with my daughter and him putting me out, like, like, I'm not going to stay with you after that. Like, I would never have gotten a place with you. And then on top of that, I don't know the situation, what's going to happen with the outcome of your marriage and stuff like that. Like that's still always on my mind. Like I didn't fully know what was going on with that situation until later.
Okay, so when you told him that you was moving out there and things like that, how was his reaction?
um I mean, like, he wasn't like mad about it. Like, he was always hitting me up to like see me and things like that. But when I first got out here, like, I kind of still, like, I wouldn't say that we were on like the best of terms, so I wasn't trying to see him all the time. So like anytime that he would reach out to me to like go out with him or come see him or whatever the case may be, like I wasn't really trying to like link with him all the time. Like I kind of wanted my space and to try to get my mind together. Like I really was trying to, like, I don't know, I guess gain control of the situation at that point. Like try to see like I don't even know. Like I don't know, but I wasn't really, engaging in conversations with him and seeing him when I initially came out here. Um, and then it wasn't until kind of like maybe like a month of me being in Atlanta that's when I started like hanging out with him again and, like seeing him more often, and things had kind of gotten back to normal, but he was still, talking to me disrespectfully and things like that.
So, Jay, did he ever get a chance to see your daughter again?
Yeah.
What did she say?
Well, he did actually apologize to my daughter face to face the very first time that he saw her again. Um, so that apology did take place directly with my daughter. Um,
So how did
but
you feel about that apology? Like, did you look at, well, he apologized to her, so I
I mean, I
guess
kind of
it's
took it
okay.
for, because he's not the type of person to apologize. Like he just kind of makes you feel like I'm gonna make it right without saying like, "Hey, I messed up and I'm wrong and I apologize for doing this." Like he never actually says like, I'm wrong and I apologize for this. So, and I didn't ask him to apologize to my daughter. So for him to actually take that initiative, to do that, it kind of, meant a lot to me. So I felt like, okay, like maybe this is kind of like, I don't know, I kind of felt like,
So do you still feel that way about that situation with the apology? Like, do you still feel like, well, yeah, that was big of him?
no, I mean, at this point, like where it stands today, I don't think anything of him. I think he's trash.
So, Jade, do you think? So I'm just going to be clear. Like we're being abused as women, right? And we have children involved. You get the opportunity. Like he scared the hell out that baby, and I know that baby was in the
Yeah.
back seat holding on to you for dear life and saying, "Mama, I'm scared." I can only
She was
imagine.
crying.
I know. So for
Yeah, she
you
was
to have the
crying.
strength, you got your car, you went home, then you brought her right back to your abuser. Do
I
you feel
know.
as though that's setting her up as a young woman to feel as though it's okay?
Yeah, I don't think
These
her age is important.
yeah, these men will
She
abuse you,
old enough.
but if
She's old
they
enough.
apologize, it's okay. Do you feel as though you set that tone?
I was just thinking, you said it better than me because
Yeah.
I was about to.
Do you feel
I'm
No,
yourself?
still gonna do.
absolutely. I can admit, like in this situation, I've been completely wrong. Like this is a situation I should have gotten out of immediately once my nude pictures was exposed on the pro panel. Like that should have been the end straw. Like once that first situation happened, like that should have been it. And then none of
Okay.
this other thing, like none of this would have been, you know,
Well, I have
it would have
another
been
question.
nothing.
Have you had the mother and daughter conversation? Because I think you need to make sure your baby understand what happened here and the do's and don'ts
Yeah,
here. Have you had that
yeah,
mother and
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. More than once.
what
Okay,
did you
so let
explain to
me.
her about? Yeah, I
Mm,
want to hear. What did you talk to her about the situation with Kutty?
I mean, I don't really want to go into anything personal that I discussed with, my daughter or whatever, but yes, I did address it with her more than once.
On the lines of what I'm going through. This is like meaning he's hitting me. You don't go through this. He's yelling and making you scared. You don't go. That's what I mean. Like that type of conversation. These are the men you stay away from. Like what mommy's doing. I made a mistake, but I pray better. Like that type. I ain't saying nothing personal in detail. Like, did you make sure she understood that this was a no no?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But it's like me telling her and actions are different things. So it's more so like I have to change the situation. Like I have to love myself and be better. Like I have to do better for my daughter. Like I can't, continue to be in a situation and allow somebody to, treat me this way and, you know, do these things to me like it's not right. And I'm not living my life. Like I'm still young and I
Where's her
don't feel like
father?
I'm 100% to my daughter.
Where's her dad?
He's in
Jay, aren't you okay? So Jay, you like 28, right? Are you like 28 or something?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay,
And where's the baby's father?
Um I mean he's never really been like
Okay.
okay. So Jay, do you, because it's like you know better, but it's sort of, and this my own perspective, okay? This ain't got nothing to do with, this my own perspective. And I'm saying this to you, like, not out of, I'm not trying to bash you or none of that, right? Like, this is just straight out of from woman to woman. Like, I understand your pain. I get it. It's like accountability. It's like, how can you, it's sort of like, you like ruining your daughter, like setting her up for failure. It's sort of like you put her in this situation where it's like you told her this is okay. He can put us out in the rain. A man can do whatever he want to do to you, and if he apologizes, it's okay for him to come back. Like that's what it looked like to me. Like that's like, and that's the part that I don't get. Like I don't get that part about, like, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it or nothing. Like I don't get that part about it. Like what would make you, like, you love him, not your daughter.
Mm.
So
right.
what would make you take her and put her in front of this motherfucker for him to apologize and make it like it's okay?
Yep. And I already told you like I already knew like the judgments and the opinions are gonna come. Like I completely understand that. And I know that like I said, like I take full accountability. Like I just I don't know. I don't even have no excuse.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like Jade, like you owe her way more than what the fuck you owe him. You owe her way more. I do feel like that situation right there shouldn't have happened.
No, absolutely. Yeah,
Like
He should have
that
never
absolutely.
shit
started
right there
arguing.
shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have
He should
happened.
have never
Like
started
my
arguing
thing
to
is
this.
this: you don't need to apologize to her. You don't even need to fucking talk to her. Like, what are you apologizing to her for?
Yeah, I guess just at that time, like it, like I said, like the initiative was just such a major thing in my eyes. Like, and
Mm,
like I said, I was, I
So,
was,
Jay, let me ask you something. How many times have he apologized to you for doing the
mm.
things that he did to you? How many times?
um, I mean, they're not like sincere apologies. Like he would be like,
But I'm saying, how
oh,
many times has he apologized to you, though?
I mean, I can't count. I don't know.
But he has apologized to you before, right?
Not in a sincere way. Like if I can give you an example, it would be like, I apologize, but I only did that because you da 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 da.
Making
Okay,
you,
so basically, he's never
it's your fault.
apologized to you then.
It's
Is
your
that what you're
fault.
Yeah, it's
saying?
not like a genuine apology. Like,
So he's never apologized to you, right? So you have to think about this. This nigga ain't never even apologized to me. So what would make you think that his apology to your daughter was genuine? What would make you think
yeah,
that?
like, yeah, looking back, obviously, like at this moment, you know, I realized that.
Do you realize that he used your baby as to manipulate you
Hmm.
to get you back?
Um, yeah, I mean, I guess you can say that.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was an
I mean, I'm
odd one
saying
for
no.
you.
Is that what you think? Because you don't sound too sure. Like, is that what you think?
I mean, the way that you're putting it, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, like, yeah,
Like he
it wasn't a
used her
sincere
as a pawn
apology.
because obviously him apologizing to her made you see him in a completely different light. Basically, him
I wouldn't
apologizing
say
to her made you be like, "Oh my God, he apologized to her. He must really mean it." And so
I
basically, he
wouldn't say
used her as a pawn.
I wouldn't say a completely different light. Like I didn't see him in a completely different light, but it was like major to me that, he actually took that
A
initiative
completely
to.
different light. A part of you saw a part of him that you hadn't saw before when it came to apologizing.
Hmm.
Right.
Because he never apologized to you before, genuinely.
Right.
Right. Okay, so now let's talk about the weapon situation. So there was a weapon involved. There was an incident where a weapon was placed. What was it, to your head, in your face?
Yeah, so
What was it?
basically I was at his house one night and I wanted to leave. Um, because, he was just like trying to go through my phone again and like I don't know, like he's always on weird shit. Like it's always like a fight that gotta be picked like all the time. Like I don't want to argue with you.
Jay, this is
So
my
I'm telling
question real quick. Who was he looking for in your phone? Who did he think you were
I
talking to
don't
on
know. I don't know. So like there was a situation where he did take me to we went to the liquor store one time here in Atlanta and there was a guy that had asked me for my phone number and I did give the guy my phone number and I made Cuddy aware like when I got back in the truck I was like, I just gave this guy my phone number whatever, but I didn't have any intentions like it was wrong of me to do that. Like yeah, but at the same time like me and Cuddy not in a relationship, but it was wrong of me to do that. So I gave the guy my phone
It
number,
was wrong
whatever.
of you to do
So
what?
getting another guy
Wait, what she
her
say
phone?
she did?
Gave another guy her phone number while Cuddy was waiting in the car at the liquor store.
And it was wrong of you to do that, even though y'all went in a relationship.
Y'all went in a relationship, boo.
okay,
And you
well
see
you're
how
right.
you answered that? Like that right there, you see how you
That's
answered
why I be
that?
laughing when you say that. That's
No,
why I just
listen,
say
hold
pause.
on, wait. I'm getting something. Now, Jay, you see how you answered that, right? And you
Yeah,
still acknowledge to you that was still wrong.
yeah.
Because you just said it again when you said, yeah, it was wrong. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I mean with the Stockholm? Thank you. That's what I'm talking. Even without her knowing, like she's still acknowledging that that was wrong. Okay, so go
And
ahead.
then
Yeah,
not
cause
only
there
that
ain't
too,
shit
L,
wrong with
like
that, cause y'all wasn't in no relationship.
right, y'all want a relationship. But did you feel as though that would
Okay,
have
so
ignited him though? Do you feel as though he would? Why did you go back and tell him? So you got the number on the low. Why did you
mhm.
feel the need to go back and let him know that?
I don't know. Yeah, to be honest, like I don't know. Maybe to
So
make
did
him
you tell
jealous or
him to
something. I
make
don't
him
know.
mad or just like
She
Maybe
said
to make
maybe
him jealous, like I don't know.
because you do you
okay,
feel as though
so
you. So let's do this. So we call those little girl games. So when we were growing up, I had a cousin. When she didn't get enough attention from the guy that she was liking or dealing with, she would do what we call little girl games. Okay? She would get a number from a guy and let him know, or call somebody over the phone and let him know. So, do you feel as though he wouldn't give you enough attention or something? Do you think you were falling in love with him and he wasn't giving you enough attention? And that was your only
No,
way
it
of
was
getting
none
him?
of that. It was none of that because honestly, like he was calling me and reaching out to me more than I was reaching out to him. So it was never like I wasn't getting attention. Like I was always getting attention, but it was just like I honestly can't tell you why I went back and told him.
Mm, that was risky, but
oh,
I'm glad you survived. All right, so Ed was asking you about a weapon.
the
Carry on.
weapon. Oh, okay, is lyrical here?
Oh, you talking about
Key
key
I
lyric?
think
lyric?
so.
Key lyric?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if
Is
she's
she
here.
in here? Where's she at? She muted. Key lyric is muted.
So let me just tell this to Bella in the comments. Bella, this is her interview. I would hate to see you get kicked and muted because that's what they're gonna do. So
Who?
you
Wait,
can
who
watch.
here?
Bella.
Wait, hold on. Oh damn. Yeah, why you
What I did, baby.
I ain't even know she was here. Was she? Oh, she been here for a minute. I saw her come in. She been here the whole time, damn near.
But she just made a
Yeah.
remark.
Right.
So I'm just
Okay,
saying
so
she's gonna get
Bella.
muted. I don't want her to get muted or booted. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so look, she been making little. I didn't even notice that that was her. I saw the name come in, but okay. So yeah, so with Bella being over here, okay. So Bella, can you please not address Jade over here? What's the problem, shenanigans? That's brave. Yeah, like can you? Okay, so over here. Okay, but I'm just saying you're addressing her. Like over here, can you not address her over here? Because she don't even want to talk about the incident. Like that ain't
Right.
even came up. So
Yeah, we're not bringing you up at all, Bells. That ain't. Yeah.
right, like your name ain't came up or none of that. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, so the incident with the weapon. Okay, so can you tell us about that?
I mean, there's been a few, like I said, so um there was a time where, he didn't want me to leave or whatever. So I'm like, telling him like I want to leave. Like I'm not finna sit up here and argue with you all night. Like this is not what I came over here for. I didn't come over here for you to start going through my phone and try to pick fights with me and do all this. Like that's not what I'm here for. So he pulls out his gun and he like points it at me and he's telling me he's like you ain't going nowhere or I'm gonna you know and I'm
Chaos.
like
Yeah.
no not well no not that word but he was like I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm kind of taken aback. Like, this really, like, because I've never been in this type of situation before. I don't, you know, be in domestic violence situations. I've never had somebody point a gun at me. Like it was just, I don't know, it was kind of crazy. So I'm just sitting here like in shock. I'm like, is this really like what's going on? So then he grabs me and he like pulls me back on the bed or whatever, and he gets on top of me, and he puts the gun like the I don't know the name of the part of the gun, but
Nozzle,
like where the
the nozzle, and say GUN. Like say
okay
GUN. Like don't
G GUN.
the
Um,
nozzle, the barrel part, the nozzle part, the nose part.
yeah. So he puts that like in my mouth, and like he's like telling me like you not going nowhere, like you my bitch, like you ain't going nowhere, and all this crazy shit. So I'm just like, okay, like
Wait, hold on.
what the
So
fuck?
was this before you decided to go? Wait, was this before you moved out there?
No, this is after I moved out here.
So this was
Jay,
after all the daughter stuff, all of that. This was after all of this. So okay,
oh
so he puts
Jesus,
that in your mouth, and what the fuck is going through your mind?
where your baby?
Like, I mean, I'm just like in shock. Like, I don't know how to feel because, like I said, I had never been in no type of situation like that before. And I'm like, I don't think that he's actually going to pull.
Who over here? Who
Stop
up in here?
saying, Jay. You can't say thank, baby. You can't listen.
But I'm saying like
Wait, okay.
be-
So okay,
wait, let
so
me just finish my sentence real quick. I just
yeah,
wanted to
cause that,
say
yeah, that's yeah. Go ahead.
at that time, like I didn't think that he was actually going, like even though he had the gun on me, like I didn't think that he was actually going to pull the trigger because of the fact that our kids were in the house. Like I'm thinking like, this man is older. Like he's not this stupid to actually, you know, do something like this, like to actually proceed with something like this, especially with our kids in the house.
What
Okay,
happens next,
so
baby? Yeah, what happens next, baby?
what happened? What happens next? So once he do all of this, you thinking, oh shit, you ain't gonna do nothing in your mind, but you never said it because you couldn't talk because you had the barrel of a weapon in your mouth. Okay, so what happens? Like, what the fuck? Like, when he take it out, like, what do you do? Do you get up and leave?
Yeah, it wasn't for like a long period of time. Like it wasn't like we were, for minutes like him on top of me with it in my mouth. Like it wasn't for a long period of time. Like I'm like, I pushed his arm back or whatever, and then he, kind of gets off of me, and I did end up staying with him that night because like I'm scared to leave for real. Um like that's just like what
I
it
can believe
was.
that. I can definitely believe that. I can believe that. Girl, bless you. Bless you, Jade. All right, so you stay and you wake up.
How long
Did
did you stay? How many days did you stay?
It wouldn't be for days. Like, I would just, stay with him maybe, through like the midday the next day or whatever, and then go back to the house after that. Or sometimes I would leave in the morning if I need to actually work the next day. It just depends whether it's like the weekend or during the week and what I have to do
Okay,
the
so
next
can
day.
y'all please give the panel? Thank you.
and let me
Please
ask a
give the
question
panel.
in
It's
regards to
4.5 people in here. Please give the panel. Show me and M some love.
thank you.
Thank
And let's
you.
ask a question in regards to whether or not he is a convicted felon. Is he, Jade?
He is. He is.
So
To my knowledge, yes.
what is he
Yeah, he
doing with a
is.
gun? Well, what is he doing with a gun?
None. That don't work over here, baby. Bye.
What is he doing? What is a convicted felon doing with a gun, and let alone putting it in a young lady's mouth while the kids are downstairs?
Well,
M.
not
Say G U
downstairs,
N.
but
G-U-N.
GUN. Sorry, this is for entertainment purposes. Sorry, big.
it wasn't downstairs. Like it's just
What was
one
the,
floor.
okay, the kids were so they were in the same floor. Okay.
Yeah, they were just in the other room.
Right.
So right next door in the other room are kids, and in the other room you got a barrel stuck down your mouth and of a loaded gun.
GUNM.
GUN. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, because they probably in here reporting, and you know that's a trigger word for. Okay, all righty. So you stay the night after that. So do you get up and leave? After you spend the night, you get up and leave. That's why I said, how many days were you out there after this incident?
It wouldn't have been for days. Like I always leave like the next day, whether it be in the morning or like later on that day or whatever.
Okay, and at this time you were living in ATL. You had just moved out there, right?
I can't recall which specific month this happened in, but yeah, I was actually living out here, but I can't
Out
recall
there.
like it may have been in like maybe like
Oh,
January, February.
oh, okay. So how do you put yourself in another situation with him after this one for another weapon to be pulled on you again? What
Okay,
happens?
Lyric in here now. I just seen her in the comments so we can talk
Where's
about
she
that
at?
other situation.
Okay, so yeah, where's she at? Can she type something, add or something?
I want her to
Thank
speak
you.
to the situation that was being addressed this morning on a different live about a subway situation and about the
So,
R word.
oh, okay. So Key Lyric is going to come in and bear witness to a situation that happened today in regards to a subway and the RAP whatever word.
Yeah.
RAP.
E.
Oh, what Cuddy got charged with? Okay, a while ago. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
for the people who don't know, I mean, I'm assuming that y'all knew that that was. So speaking of that, so when you Googled him, that didn't pop up, Jade.
No, because I think when I was looking at it, like I could only see like maybe stuff that he had actually went to court for. Like
You mean went
the
to
thing about
jail for? You mean went to jail for?
maybe something like that. I don't know. I don't really like. I don't know about the court documents and how to read all that. I don't know. But I know with that specific situation, like I didn't see that initially. I don't know if it was because it was in like a different county than what I was searching in, or if it was because he didn't actually get charged with any like that was actually like dropped or whatever. Like I don't
Well,
know.
I don't
But
know
that didn't come up
because
initially.
because well, actually I was the first person to actually expose that right there. Like in 2020, it was 2020 or the beginning of 2021. So I found it. So I don't know how what you did to where you didn't see it, but yeah, but I found it. I actually saw that.
Okay.
So I knew about that already. Okay, so you didn't see it or whatever. Okay, so Key Leary, if she wants to come up, she has to put add or something. Like, or she has to come to the queue. Thank you, Kia. Oh, there she go.
She,
Okay. Yeah, she just put I'm here. All righty. Okay, maybe she have to come to the queue for it to add her. Let me see. Okay, so why are y'all in the queue? Okay, so can y'all drop from the queue? Okay, come on, Key Lyric. I just sent you a there you go.
Hello.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah. Key that you buy a TV or something?
Huh?
You buy
Yeah.
a TV or got another phone or something because it's echoing.
Oh, that's my TV.
Okay, can you turn it down? Thank you, baby.
What's
Okay.
up?
So Key Lyric is actually your what, Jade? Homegirl, friend, associate.
Yeah, we're friends.
Okay, so now Key Lyric is the one that was on the phone with you the night y'all were in Vegas, and that's when you got pushed in the
No,
closet. Right.
No,
Nope.
no,
no.
no.
Shorty,
I'm only here to address what Art
Oh,
said today.
Shorty.
yeah, Shorty was the
Um,
one that was on the phone with me during
Okay,
the
Shorty. Okay,
Vegas
so what
thing.
is Key Lyric? What does she have to do with this situation?
So this morning, I don't know if you know Art the Plug, but he was
I don't know
basically
her.
bringing up a situation about a RAPE and a GUN being pulled on me at a subway and all of that. So we just kind of wanted to clear up that situation. And he at the time was saying, "Oh, I could get Key Lyric to the panel. I can get Key Lyric to the panel." But Key Lyric is here now because she wasn't, called to the panel earlier, but she's here now to kind of speak on that situation as a witness to what she saw Kutty do to me when I did call her to come get me one night.
Okay. Is this a situation
well,
that you already told us about, Jade, or this
No.
another one? Okay, then.
mm,
Okay, go ahead, Key.
I didn't. I wasn't in present for most of whatever they had going on that night. They was out drinking or whatnot. I was just called to pick her up. No, he did not have a GUN. And no, I didn't witness any of whatever Art was saying on his live this morning that happened to bring me into this situation. Um, any
Okay, so
information
you
Art
here to
got from
clear
her, he
up.
got from
Hold
her.
on, wait a minute, Key.
Yeah.
Hold up, hold up. So you here to clear up what the dude Art said, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's
Okay, so
how
that
my
didn't
name got
happen
brought
on
into
this.
it.
That didn't happen on this
No,
live though.
Well,
no.
but
I don't know who y'all.
she also can speak to like what actually happened that night when I did call her and she did come there after the fact, just to kind of clear up like no, there wasn't any type of RAPE. However,
Wait, hold on.
when
So
she,
wait, let me ask you this. Hold on, wait. So Art was saying that you were the one that got RAPE.
yeah, Art was saying that I got RAPE and that it was Key Lyric that called him and told him that.
Oh, so okay, so Art was saying that you the girl that Cuddy RAPE'd.
By GUN point that he had the GUN and
Right,
forced her.
right.
Yeah, so no, I wasn't
Okay, so
there.
you just
From my recollection, that did not happen. I'm not
well,
putting
we
nothing
didn't
on
need Key
nobody.
here for that because
Yeah,
you could
like
have told
that
us that
wasn't.
Jay that didn't happen.
Well, no, because I wanted to actually go through the situation, like since she was actually a
Well,
witness to what did happen.
y'all just bring me back up whenever y'all talk about the situation because it don't look like y'all even talked about that, and I just came in here.
Yeah, we did.
So
Yeah,
if
we
y'all
never
need
brought that
to
up. That was
holler
on
at me,
somebody
but
else's panel.
yeah, yeah, but I ain't see none of that, so I can't even speak on that. And no, it didn't happen the night that I was there for.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, so now Jay, so yeah, because that situation didn't happen over here. That situation, that's a total different situation, and that happened over there on, BBS panel or whatever. So, okay, so now Jay, so back to this. Okay, so you and him, y'all, uh, right? Okay, so after the weapons situation or whatever, you left, right? You leave. So how many other incidents with weapons were there that you can recall?
There were a few. Um, I mean, there was one night like we were sitting in the driveway and he pointed it at me. Um, I mean, just even recently in April, he pointed the gun at me. I'm sorry, the GUN at me as well. Um, I mean, there's just been several situations.
Like what's going? Okay, so Jade, I'm just a little thrown off, princess, because again, if this weekend wouldn't have happened where you were out there fighting, you still be here with them. You'll still be engaging.
No, not necessarily because I mean, like I'm ready to kind of like end the cycle. Like that's not something that clearly is healthy. Like that's not something that I need to continue to experience or go through. So,
You don't
and I mean,
deserve
I
it.
have enough common sense to, I'm well aware of that.
You
Okay,
don't
so
deserve it.
let me
Go
ask you
ahead.
this. The people that's the people that are still associated with Kutty, are you cool with them?
Um, After this, probably not.
No, 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 no. Listen, you said probably not, meaning that it'll be their decision because of this interview. No, 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 no.
Right.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. So
Yeah, there
what I'm
are some
saying
people
is
that I
this.
still,
What I'm saying is
yeah.
this. You are you still going to be cool with the people that are cool with Kutty and you are also cool with them as well?
I do feel like there are certain people that I do need to release and let go of just for the simple fact that I realize like, there's no mutual, thing here. Um, I mean, like, yeah, there can't be no ties, but there are some people like that I've met through him that I have real relationships with that I hope that I could continue those relationships with.
Okay, like what people?
Oh, I don't want to specifically name them
Is
on
it like
here.
women? Is it the women, the
Oh yeah, there
men?
it's women. It's women.
Okay, so do you think that you still being cool with people that are associated with him? Do you think that there's a chance that you would slide back a little bit? And I'm saying that because with them being cool with him, they're not gonna tell you to stay away from him. None of that. They're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna get in your business and his business. They're not. So do you understand how you still being cool with people that are associated with him, how that could make you backslide?
I think if I make a commitment to myself and, be 100% with myself and love myself, I don't think that I would go back.
So, okay, so what about this? You being cool with the women that he's cool with, do you feel as though they were trade on you for him? Meaning, if there's something personal you're doing, you may share some information with one of them, and they're taking this information back to him. Ultimately, could be putting you in danger. Do you feel as though that could take place?
Um, with the specific people that I have in mind,
I need you
I
to
mean,
be
I
a
don't
little
really
smart.
know. I don't
Yeah,
really know,
you really
to be
don't.
honest. After this, like it could go either way, for real.
Okay, yeah, okay, because basically it's sort of like you saying, well, I'm not gonna have a choice but to stop fucking with them because they gonna stop fucking with me. It's sort of like you're saying, like you giving them the decision to make for you instead of you
Right.
just saying, yeah, hell yeah, I'm done with them. Like I'm done. Like I don't want nobody calling me that's associated with him. I'm sorry. I have to cut ties with y'all because y'all are affiliated with him. And I have to protect my peace at all times at whatever cost. I have to protect my daughter's peace because you, as her mother, when you are hurt, that shows in front of her. That shows in front of her. She can actually feel that. Kids can feel their parents' energy when they are sad, stressed, down, you know,
And them
sad.
kids, and they want to protect their mommy. They do. They really, really do. Don't.
Like, it's sort of like saying, like, you're gonna let these people make the decision for you, basically, whether you want to fuck with them or not. So let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Um, so Scalp, you are cool with one of his friends, one of his best friends, right?
I wouldn't say that me and Scalp are close,
No,
but
but I'm
like
saying y'all cool, y'all cordial, like, like
it's
not
kind of
close,
like
but
when me and
he
Cuddy
has
are
your
on good
phone
terms
number,
and
right?
Scalp's on good terms.
I'm saying
Um,
basically y'all cool enough to where he has your phone number. If you block Cuddy and Cuddy wants to reach out to you, he can use Scalp to do it, basically.
yes.
Okay, so now what are you gonna do about this situation?
I don't think that after this, like nobody's gonna reach out anyway. So I mean, there's nothing that like I feel like I need to do
So, do
in
So
you
you
regards
think
don't
to
think
that.
he's?
that you need to block?
Yeah. Do you think he's done with you? I mean, in your mind, you're done with him. Do you think your abuser is done with you?
After this, yeah, of course.
Hmm.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think
I,
so. Mm-mm. It's easy to say that on live. It's easy for a nigga to say, "Yeah, I ain't fuck with that bitch no more." Blah blah blah. Yeah, like they never done, cause they ego be hurt.
So, if you're done, Jade, there's different channels and avenues that you can go here. When a woman is fed up, you have to bring the law. The law has to come into play at some point. There's parameters, like he needs like protection orders. Anything you need to set in place for your protection and your child's well-being that needs to happen immediately.
Okay,
Immediately.
so why we didn't bring Shorty up? Why we didn't bring Shorty up? Why did we bring Key up instead of bringing Shorty up? Somebody that was actually a witness of him actually abusing you.
well, I know Shorty said earlier she didn't want to have anything to do with it, so I didn't know if she wanted to come up on this live.
Okay, so
Like she didn't.
Shorty, do you understand that you are her support system? Yeah, right. Like she's in here though. Like, do you understand that you are her support system? Do you understand that you are her friend? Like, do you understand that she needed you to back up her story? Yeah, because she brought your name up a couple of times when she was like, Shorty can tell you and blah, blah, blah. Like, she did bring you up. So I'm saying, like, I can bring you up. So at least vouch for one situation.
I mean, she can vouch for even how he treated her. Like there's deeper than that.
Wow. Wow. So wait a minute. So Shorty, you even had some dealings with him that were negative? What the fuck? So not only was he being abusive verbally, physically towards you, Jade, He was being abusive verbally towards your friend?
Yes.
Shorty, I need for you to come up, sis. Come on. What the fuck?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, so Shorty. So you've been around for, most of majority of this relationship situation, whatever, right?
Uh huh. Yes.
Oh, that's cool, Shay Blink. Shorty don't have to be in mess to be a confidant for her friend. This is not mess or drama. Okay, um, so there was an incident where you were on the phone with her when
Mhm.
she got pushed
Mhm.
in the closet.
No, I don't remember that part because she had called me after that. But I remember when he slapped her after she threw the bottle, but she ain't threw the bottle at him. She threw it towards the sofa, and then she came and he came towards her and slapped her in the face, and then the phone just went dead after that.
So you was on the phone with her when he slapped her.
Mhm.
And what did you say? Like, what did you think?
The phone hung up, and I kept trying to call her. Kept trying to call after that because I told her to call the cops that time. I had told her, but she was like, "No." Then I just was there for her that whole night, and I stayed on the phone with her that whole night.
So, Shorty, have you ever told her, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, have you ever been
Cause
raw
I've
and
never,
uncut
cause
with her?
I'm gonna tell you before I saw that, I've never seen a man hit a woman before ever in my life. I've never had a man disrespect a woman like that. I've never had that. And when I saw that, that hurt my feelings for real. Like it was crazy.
So, you never saw this in real life.
No, I've never saw that. I've heard people say people have done it, but I've never saw anyone do that or scars on it. I've never at all.
Right. So, have you ever, like, I'm saying, like, have you ever been raw with her? Like, have you ever just put
Yeah,
your
I've
damn
told
foot
her,
down?
but you could only tell somebody so much, and they have to make that
But
decision for
okay, so let me
themselves.
ask you something. Have you ever tried this? Have you ever been like, look, if you don't stop fucking with him, I'm not fucking with you.
No, because I don't think you should do that. Because if they don't have a support system after that. They don't have nobody to talk
Right.
to. I would never do that. I would never have done that.
Brian, I got this. Okay, so basically you just was there like letting her know, like, like this is
Yeah, because
wrong.
even after I saw that, I wanted to leave the family, and she was like, "You can leave," but I was like, "No, I'm not." To myself, I was like, "No, I'm not gonna leave," because I want to be around her. That was my friend. That was my real friend at the time, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be there for her.
Right. Okay, y'all. So look, with the question, I know what I'm doing, y'all. Okay? I know what I'm doing. I understand that you can't make anybody do anything. I get that. I get that. I just need to see where Shorty head was at. That's it. Oh, girl, we ain't gonna need girl. Okay, yeah, just an interview. Okay, okay. So, bam. So you dealing with her, with him, and things like that. So, when did he disrespect you?
One day we was on a panel. I don't even remember how it happened, but then I told him he was a woman beater, and then he started calling me a bitch and all that. And I'm the person. I'm the type of female. You're not gonna call me a bitch, a hoe, baby. I'm not that type of person. So after that, I dropped my badge, and then they started coming troll me in my life for like the longest, forever after that, and coming. That's why I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say nothing because I don't like to be a mess. That's not me. I don't fuss. I don't do that type of stuff. But they started coming for me after that. He started putting me on his live talking about my body and this and that. It was horrible for me for like a couple of months on it.
And so,
Even
let
some
me
of the women
ask
that
you.
support him, even
I
some of the
was
women
just
that
about to
support him
bring
was
that
coming
up,
for me.
girl.
Yep.
You read my mind, Shorty. I was just about to ask you about that. The women that follow him. I was just about to ask you that.
They
I
was
was just
bullying
about
me
to
so
ask you.
bad on here. Yes.
And let
But
me guess, the women in his comments were amping that shit up and everything.
yep.
Okay, so look. So a lot of times, y'all probably wonder, like, why do some of the women on here support some of the men when other women come out about these men broadcasters on here, right? And the women have proof. The women have messages, screen records, pictures. The women have proof of all of this abuse. And you are like, how in the hell can some of these women still follow these men, support these men, get these men their money? You wonder that, right? Like, what is going on? Y'all have to understand this. These are the same women. A lot of these women are going through the same shit. Okay? A lot of these women are going through the same shit. A lot of these women are miserable, depressed, okay? Low self esteem, having issues themselves. And a lot of these women are in relationships with these men broadcasters in they fucking mind. Okay?
Hmm.
Like, not my man. My man ain't did nothing like that. You know, like they in relationships with these men to themselves. So a lot of times it's a lot of jealousy as well because they feel like that's good for her ass. He shouldn't be with her anyway. He should be with her anyway. Oh well, he wouldn't do me like that. See, a lot of these women, they don't feel other women pain until it actually happens to them. Okay? Then you have some women that cannot relate. They cannot relate to other women on here. They can't
Right.
because those other women stand for things that they are not a lot of times. All righty? I don't know why some of these fucking supporters, followers, why they would love to be in Jade's shoes and other women that has came out, exposing these niggas on here. They would love to be in their fucking shoes.
That's why I didn't want to come up here because guess
And,
what?
and, and
Tomorrow when
y'all
I go
know
live, they're
when a
gonna do the
person
same
is
thing.
miserable, when somebody is miserable, they don't want to see other people happy. They don't want to see your ass happy, smiling, laughing, having a good time. What you mean? Yeah, and a lot of them be thirsty for dick, thirsty for attention, thirsty for these niggas' attention. Like they don't give a damn about, oh, he just knocked you upside your fucking head, or oh, he put a weapon in your mouth. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care because to them, oh, she did that to herself. She should have known. Like, come on. I feel like this, y'all. When it comes to certain broadcasters on here and the followers, there's no sisterhood on here. When it comes to these black women, there's no sisterhood on here. And I'm just being honest. It's not. Not. What you want to say, Imp?
I mean, I agree. It just the tear down is real. Like, especially when they jealous of you, because it ain't really so much they mad, they be jealous.
Jealous.
They be
Mm-hmm.
jealous. They really do. And then they start hating you for it. And anything they can do to manipulate you and make you feel as small as they can, they will on every corner because they want what you got. Even though your shit all messed up,
Yep.
it's your fault. He ain't wrong. F you. If I was you, I'd leave her. And as soon as he leave her, guess what? There's another Jade lined up, baby. They
Yep.
lined up.
Yep.
Lined up. And then after they done tearing you down and talking about you and listening to him talk about you, he gonna drag them in the mud. And guess who? You gonna get a phone call in about 4 months.
Yep.
Jade, oh girl, oh I should have listened.
Yep.
And Cycle continues.
Right. I agree.
Okay, so now Shorty. Okay, so Shorty, you are a ex church member, right?
No, I'm a straight G member. Straight
You a
X straight.
what?
I'm an X straight G member.
Oh, okay, okay. So
X
you
straight
okay?
straight
Well,
G.
I think they got the wrong information then.
That's Kutty's family. He
Yeah,
used to be
Yeah,
in
Cuddy
I know
Kutty's
who
family.
family.
Straight G is. Yeah, Cuddy family. No, somebody messaged me that they got the wrong damn
No.
information.
Never was.
Okay,
So
okay.
Jay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh
Yeah.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
So I was gonna ask with Shorty. So who did Shorty date somebody in that family as well?
No. Never. Needed
Okay.
nobody off this app. No.
Mm-mm. Shorty like hell now.
Mm-mm. So Short, I have a question. She was on the phone with you when she was getting drugged all over the room in Vegas, right?
Well, it hung up after he
The
finished
slap,
beating her.
Imp. You missed that part, Imp. It was the
After he
You.
slap.
finished, he
She was
called
on the
me.
phone with her when he
She was
slapped
in the
her and the
bathroom.
phone fell.
Yeah, and the phone hung up. And after that, she was in the bathroom crying, and we was crying together. And she was in the bathroom talking to me and telling me what happened.
So, Shorty, how did you feel when she told you she was moving out there? Did she tell you she was moving out
No,
there?
we wasn't. We stopped talking at that time.
What
So, did
happened? Why
Cuddy
did
have
y'all stop?
anything to do with y'all not talking?
I don't know.
No.
What happened?
I don't know.
I mean, he did tell me several times he didn't want me to be friends with Shorty because he felt like
Also,
Shorty
he
was
did have
messy.
something to do with it, Jade. Also, he did. Oh, okay. So, Shorty, did you know this?
Well, she would tell me that sometime, but we would still be cool. And then after that, we just, you know,
So,
wasn't cool anymore.
Jade, so he
It's
basically
like
isolated you from your friend.
after I dropped that badge, that was it.
I think it was more so like he didn't want me to be close with nobody on Bigo because he didn't want me to really find out maybe like what was actually going on. Like that's how I
But
took
why would he
because
care
it
if
seemed
you
like
found out or not when y'all not in a relationship?
it. But wait, the only reason why I say that is because like my friends in real life, like he doesn't comment on those people. He doesn't say like, "Oh, I don't want you hanging around those people." It's none of that. Like anytime I'm on FaceTime with them and he's around, like he's talking to them, he's speaking to them, everything. But if
But
it's
that's
somebody on
because you knew
Bigo,
them before you
Right.
knew him,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's different.
correct.
See, let
Yeah.
me tell you about a strong woman. Shorty, I don't even know her, but Shorty recognized some BS and got the hell on. And what he didn't want Shorty to do was to make you stronger. He didn't
Stronger.
want Shorty to wake you
Mm-hmm.
up. He wants you to sleep. You're his zombie.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't need that sister
Mm-hmm.
that you talk to all the time
The
to wake
time.
your ass up.
Yeah.
And
That's
he
what
messed
they
up a
do.
friendship. Messed up a
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah. He didn't want her in your ear, like she said in the comments. That what that was. You spending too much time on the phone with her. He don't know what the fuck Shorty telling you. Shorty might be telling you to leave him, stop fucking with him, anything. He don't know. So he need to
And the,
control all of that.
and the thing was, I had stopped telling her what to do. I was just there listening. I was just there to be a listening ear.
Yeah, the Godfather. Yeah, of course.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Hmm. Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean, there would be times where, like I said, where I would block him, and then he would start reaching out to Shorty, like blowing her up,
Blowing up my
messaging her.
phone.
Yep, trying to get in
I didn't
contact
even
with
know
me.
how he got my phone the first time he called me. The first time he blocked it and he knew me and Jay was friends. I don't know how where he got my phone number from.
But see,
He
this is my
obviously
thing
went
with
through her
Jay.
phone, probably.
Uh-huh. That was yeah. So let me say something to you, Jade. When he was reaching out in your mind, you probably think, oh, he loved me. Let me tell you, remember, you his meal ticket, baby. He get all his money from you, all his gifts. He get it all. And he don't have to say y'all in a relationship. And he get to date other girls. He ain't trying to let that go. But he kept making you feel as though, oh, he keep looking for me. He calling me. Baby, he calling his meal
He
ticket.
acting a fool about me. I was just talking about this last night, well, this morning, how some women feel like when a man act possessive and jealous over them, that that's love, that he's showing interest, that he really care. Oh, he just jealous, girl. He don't want nobody looking at me. He don't want nobody like, bitch, what? No. That nigga is crazy, bitch. Those are red flags. Stay away.
Somebody come and say, girl, he was calling you to get them 3 stars. It's sad.
Shit.
But you waking up, Jade. Are you waking up, Jade?
Yeah, absolutely.
How
I
much
think
money
this a
do you
big
think?
step.
Yeah, how much money do you think you done invested in him?
You can look at his board. I think I'm number 2 on his board still.
Overall,
Yeah. Hmm.
But that's not including the cash apps.
Yeah, that's not including like when he would reach out to me for like the flight money and stuff.
Jade, did your bills ever fall short, ever fall behind throughout all this?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
and did he help?
No. Mm-mm.
Like, did you ever reach out to him for help?
No. Mm-mm.
And he never
So
offered.
you,
No.
so
And he
you
never
never
offered.
even asked?
No. I mean, when I got the $1,800 ticket for the speeding or whatever, like, I was expecting him to, send me the money for that. And then, of course, I asked him for the money when he messed up my car the first time. And then this year, when he messed up my new car, I've been asking him for the money for that, which I still haven't got.
He
So there
messed up
has been,
So
another damn
he messed.
car.
yeah. Hmm.
This man is dragging your ass down, girl. This is a good example. On this girl here is trying to survive with her and her daughter, and she got a goddamn bozo dragging her in the mud. This nigga dragging you down, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got my car back maybe like a week ago. It was in the body shop. And I actually just got this car in I think December. So this is like
What did he
a
do
brand.
to it? What did he do to your new
Um
car?
so basically I was leaving his house one night, and as I'm backing out the driveway, like he has like these brick postings like holding up his like airport or whatever. Um, so I'm backing out the driveway. I don't see him coming, coming towards my car because he don't have none of the lights on outside. The only lights that are on are my headlights, which are directly in front of me. So he comes and he opens my car door, and immediately when he opened the car door, it hit the brick wall, and it just knocked the entire door off. So my driver door, like it wasn't closing, like it was all smashed up, like, and I had to do a claim to get, and he told me he was gonna give me the money for the deductible to get it fixed. I kept hearing like, "Oh, I'm gonna get it to you when I get my Bigo check. Oh, wait till I get paid. I'm gonna get it to you. Oh, I had to do this for such and such. Let me get it to you here." Like I keep hearing that all the time, and it's like still to this day I haven't got my money. And I mean, I just took it as a loss. Like I'm not stressing about it, but it's just like,
No, you gotta stop taking things as a loss, girl. You struggling at this point because ain't no way in the hell you can keep this going. Giving him money on Bigo, giving him cash outs, and every time he tell up your shit, you got to fix it. You cannot keep this going. You struggling at this
Girl,
point.
you can't take too many losses.
Yeah.
Just chill,
Oh.
girl. Chill out.
So does he have a job? Does Cuddy work?
Yeah, I can tell you that. Mm. Cuddy got a
Why does
pretty
he
good
feel as though
job,
he need to
though.
pimp?
I think.
But why does he need to
Yeah,
pimp people
Cuddy
out
got a
of
pretty
money?
good job.
He got a pretty good job, but why is he pimping her so hard then? How much money does he need? Does he have other
I
obligations?
think
What
Cuddy
am I
like a
missing?
trashman or something. He drive a truck or something.
So he works for the like city. But why does he
He
require
not
so
no
much
welder.
money?
When Cuddy became a welder, what you call a welder? Scalp the
How many?
welder. He not a welder.
Oh, they talking. So allegedly. So is he on child support, Jade?
Yeah,
I
he
don't
working
know.
waste management.
He says that the child support comes directly out of his. I don't know. Like he's talked to me about that.
Oh,
I
I
have no.
thought he was
oh.
on child support. I thought he said he was
Oh,
before.
y'all asking me what he does? He drives a cement truck. My bad. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't no welder. Mm-mm.
Jesus, Jade. But you know
Yeah,
what,
he got
Jade?
full custody. That's one kid. One kid, boo. Thank
At
you,
least
B.
you're, yeah, at least you're waking up. It takes some women a long time to wake up. A long time. You're waking up. I don't know if it's over for you with him, but you're waking up. You're starting to see the light. And this is a good thing for you, my love. A very good thing. A very, very good thing.
Yeah.
Are you in love with him, Jade?
I can't say that it's love because there's no loyalty here. Like he doesn't have any loyalty to me at all. Like I
He
But
realize that.
doesn't.
Jay, she asked a question though. It's sort
I'm
of like
listening.
you went over that one. Like
I'm
you
You
saying
love
that
him,
you
but
can't
you
say
realize
it's
that he ain't no
love.
lord. You love him,
Like,
but you
do
realize
you
that
love
he
him,
don't give a
Jay?
damn.
Because it's not easy to just stop wanting to deal with somebody, like just fall out of love with somebody.
I don't know, cause to me, like love is like unconditional. Like I feel like the love that you have for your children, like that's genuine love. Like that'll never change, right? But I feel like with somebody like I don't feel like you can fall out of love with somebody. And I feel like once you go through so much disrespect and somebody's not loyal to you, like that's not love to me. So I can't sit up here and say like I'm in love with that person because like it's not that. Like I just I don't get
I
that.
feel you. Okay, okay. So you waking up. Okay, we'll accept that. You waking up, and that's great.
No, Imp, you accept that. Mm-mm.
Mhm. Give this girl a slice of reality. I mean, I just want to see where she's going next here. Yeah, I can't fight with her. I just want to see her next steps. And we can't fight with a victim or somebody with that's been a victim for so long, but she's allowed herself to be handled. I don't
I don't
want
want
to
to
twist
fight with her. I don't want to fight with her either. But I do know that sometimes, cause I can tell that with Jade, certain things she don't want to say, cause she don't want to be looked at a certain way.
Mhm.
So after telling us all of this shit, she feel people would look at her like that's stupid as hell. Like, why would you be still in love with somebody that did all this shit to you? Like, I can
Yeah,
tell it's some feelings there. It's something there because of what took place the other day. It's something. It's something.
it's something.
So
So, all right. So let's get her back on when she comes back from the phone call.
I'm back. I'm back.
So Jay, what are your plans from here? As this, what are your plans?
I mean, definitely to move around. Like, I'm not. That's not a situation that I see myself going back to. Um, yeah, I'm not.
And do
I'm
you
not.
know why not? Do you really know why that's a situation you don't see yourself in? Do you understand why?
Yeah, because I've been drained. Like, I literally feel like I've been drained, like mentally. Like, even my best friend. Like, I have a friend that I've been best friends with for 11 years. She tells me all the time, like, why haven't you left this person alone? Like, usually you're not wrapped up in a man like this. Like, what does he have over you? Like, what's going on with you? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just,
is the interview over with him so I can say this right quick?
Yeah,
Are
let's
we
go ahead
done?
and yeah, let's support. Yeah, let's uplift her. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. Um. Okay. So apparently, I don't know what the fuck it is either, Jay, because his dick is small as fuck. I'm just saying, his dick is a shrimp dick. So I don't even know how the fuck y'all sex was even unless he eat pussy good. That's the only thing I can think of, bitch, because I saw it before. And it's not hitting on shit. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if he had cocktail sauce on the side of it, bitch. It is a shrimp. He ain't hitting on nothing. So I know damn well it was not the penis. I saw somebody in the comments say, oh, his dick, it damn, it must have been that good or something. No, bitch, there's no penis. None. Had to been the head. Can we give a credit to the head? Please. Bitch, let's give credit to the tongue. Not that down there. Cause bitch, it was none. That motherfucker is incognito.
Now, Jade, so we're gonna say it wasn't the sex, but um, you do understand why it's important for you not to go back, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And
And
that's
how do
something
you
I've been,
feel? Okay, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that's something I've been working towards. Like I haven't spoken to him like in that way maybe within the last like 3 weeks.
Mm.
You know, reach out to me today, I guess because of everything that's been going on. Like he called me a few times, but I didn't answer. I didn't call him back. I have no interest in talking to him. Like I can't, I can't do this.
All right, so I have another question. How do you feel about Jade right now?
I mean, I feel better now that like it's all out there. Whatever, like it is what it is. Um, like I said before, like I'm not no host on here. I don't really care about Bigo or none of that. I know it's gonna be a lot of judgments, opinions, rebuttals, people replaying this live. Like it's gonna be a lot coming from that, and people judging me. Um, but I mean, like it just is what it is. Like I have to do what's best for me. I know where I messed up at. I know, like I've been should have got out of this situation. I've been should have listened to, my best friend. I've been should have listened to, people that was around me. Um, and yeah, I just gotta move around.
All right, this is my next question, Jade.
Okay,
Hold
thank you
on.
for coming up here, Shorty. Thank you, boo. Go ahead, Imp.
Okay. So, my next question, Jade, is yeah, I don't really care what people when you say people gonna judge. I just want you to know that you are. Is someone telling you to add? That's why I stopped. Is someone saying add Brandon? Where is he?
He up here already.
Oh, I don't even see him.
I don't
You
see him
can't see
either.
Brandon?
Nope.
Y'all
No.
Knock
don't
him
see
back
him?
down and bring him back up. Mm-hmm. There,
Oh
knock him
shoot,
down.
he right here. He was in the
I
bottom.
know it may be fading, so knock him down and bring him back up.